It's me once more, and I have a beautiful couple with me here. So, guys, can you kindly introduce yourselves?
Say hi, I'm Dana.
Hi, I'm Daya.
Your surnames, please.
Well, I'm Daya Casimir, and this is.
Dana Kazumi.
Okay, so you guys know I say this in all my videos. The purpose of those videos or these videos is to highlight couples who choose to date the godly way, couples who choose to keep Christ at the center of their marriage. So I'm going to dive into questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you guys meet? Because I always like to ask a question to give my viewers a little idea.
Okay, so we actually met at a group. It's called True Love Waits. So we met through this group where we strive to abstain, wait, and basically indulge ourselves in God. The first time I actually saw her, she had braids, and my first impression of her was like, just like go to that braids in there, and I'm going. So I was like, first time we met, but I never went up to one and actually tell her.
Okay, so what was your or what's your side of the story then?
Well, basically, the same thing, but um, the day I actually met him, well, I didn't speak to him on that day, but we had this group session and he was giving his testimony, and what he was saying, I was like, okay, this guy, seriously? And that was it. And time after we started talking until when he invited me to his home to service a Christmas service, and that's where it all started.
Okay, so that's a beautiful love story. So, guys, I would like to highlight that every single couple who came on here, you always hear the females. They will be like, I mean, this guy, you know. So that's to say, God works in mysterious ways, and I mean, what might be what you want, you might not always get it. So, how long did you guys actually court before getting married?
To be precise, I would say a year and a half. A year and a half, I would say about a year, 6 months or 7 months.
Okay, about a year, 7 months. So, how long are you guys married now, or have been married? So they've been married for 2 years and you have a beautiful daughter. I have to highlight that. Okay, so we're going to dive into some of those questions. I'm going to ask, can a relationship flourish if both partners are strong-willed?
I would say no. If both partners are strong-willed, that relationship will end in disaster. Because there are times that you are right, and you have to apologize. There are times you want to strangle your spouse, but you have to be brave and say, remember God first and how God told you to be supposed to love that person how Christ loves you. So that if you are strong-willed, yeah, I would say it won't work.
So you have nothing to say this. Okay. Okay, so how can one, we know that we are Christians, right? So being a Christian and you're married, so how can one avoid attacking the person rather than the problem itself in the marriage?
I'd say you address the situation rather than the person. If you go ahead and say like, okay, you always doing that, then you are not addressing the situation, you are addressing the person, which means you are attacking the person.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that you have to address the situation, have a sit down, talk about it, conversate, come to a conclusion where you can resolve it. Because if it's a habit that your spouse came into the marriage with, it's not going to go away that easy. It's going to be a ongoing process. So if, for instance, I like to just leave my cup at the side of the chair and just go when I'm done eating. It's a habit that has built for a number of years. It's not just going to, like, my wife is not going to come saying you need to stop leaving your cup there. You need to be back at one time. And not just going to happen one time. So it needs to be, so it's going to be a process.
So you have nothing to really add with this?
Well, based on what you said, even at times if something went between us or so, at times it has been difficult to actually go to him to say, babes, this is what you did to me, or this is what had happened, and so on. There are times I will maybe go a few days or a week before I actually go to him and say that I have to maybe settle down, think about it, how should I approach him, and say.
No, that's wonderful. That's very good advice. And adding to what you said, I heard a couple, I was listening to a couple who've been married for like 7 years, and she said that sometimes you don't just go to your husband with the thing you want, and you have to process it before you actually go. So I can understand where you are coming from. So I'm going to ask you all individual questions. It's basically the same question, but it's like it has two parts, or it's going directly to each other. So how can one, as a Christian man, what are the ways of communicating love to your wife?
Okay. Communicating love to my wife in like small gestures. She loves chocolate, so every chance I get, and I've been on chocolate for she loves to bake. So at times I would just, she also has a business, so every time I would just invest in to show her that I'm there, I'm there with her, I'll support her. So different ways, different small ways, nothing so big like fireworks or something, but just small gestures to show that I love you, I care, I'm there.
That's beautiful. So, Daya, my question to you, as a Christian woman or a wife, what are the ways that you communicate love to your husband?
Okay. Well, first of all, I like supporting my husband. Even some persons may know that he's a photographer, and even at times maybe he would be stressed or he would feel down. I always encourage him, always keep him, say, babes, you don't have to stress yourself for petty things and so on. Everything would be okay. God is with us. He is on our side. Like he said in his word, he will never leave us, he will never forsake us. And I like presenting him nice things, making him feel happy at all times.
So guys or future wives, I hope you are learning from this young wife right here. And I'm going to ask, in the Bible year of marriage, we speak of marriage. The whole series has been on marriage. So I'm going to ask, why was marriage instituted by God? Why was it even created by God?
In translation, marriage was instituted by God to bring honor and glory on the evening, because as you can see in Genesis when God saw that Adam, it wasn't fitting for Adam to be alone, that he gave Adam Eve. He made Eve from Adam's flesh, well, his rib. Sorry, that was like this. from Adam's rib. And if we can go actually, it's actually evident today that women have one more than a man. It's actually, man is actually we actually have one more than this. So it's actually proof in our genetic structure that yes, it's not just like a man just writing, it's actually God writing. So it's saying that it's not good for a man to be alone, that God made man and so forth, so that as a man, yes, we may feel that we can do a lot on our own, we may feel that we can do it on our own, but we still need the support. We still need that reinforcement, which is our wife. We still need that person to push us.
Okay, wonderful. So, Daya, I would ask the same question. Why do you think that marriage was instituted or created by God?
Well, like you said, God saw that man couldn't be alone. Man needed a helpmate. And because man couldn't do everything, cannot do everything on their own. So that's why he allowed a man and a woman to come together, to become a family, to become one. And because when we have children, the man cannot raise the child on his own. He needs his wife to be there to nurture the child and to bring up the child in the way that God intended the child to be.
Okay, this is wonderful. So, Daniel, this question goes to you. Describe the responsibility of the head of the home.
I would say the responsibility for the head of the home is to provide, to make sure that everyone is safe. As a man, I would say that you have the most important job on your shoulders. To provide for your wife, make sure that she's safe. Even if she still has that income coming in, you still provide for her. Now, providing doesn't mean that you go, you buy food, you make sure you stuff it down for it. It means that you give her that sense of security, give her that sense of being there for in everything, even if you are not the main provider. You still have that responsibility in the head of the house, so make sure that everyone is safe and everyone feels comfortable.
Okay, so and I would ask you, Daya, what do you think, or can you describe the responsibility as a wife, or the responsibility of a wife? Sorry.
The responsibility of the wife is to support your husband. Also, God asks us to respect him and to submit, and also raising the children in the way God wants us to raise them up.
So I'm going to ask. I hear a lot of people speak on their first year of marriage, and I recognize that everybody has a different experience when it comes to the first year of marriage. And being that we are Christians, we don't get to spend 10 years with a man, living in a house with a man, and whatever. So how important or difficult can the first year be in a marriage?
I would say our first year of marriage, it was a lot of ups and downs. But I would say that we're thankful for the ups and downs because within all that, within all the ups and downs, it drew us closer. We got to know each other on a different level than if it was a smooth sailing. I got to know my wife in a different way. I got to know her very emotional, very entwined. If I got to find out different things about the things that I never knew. It's just a blessing. I would say it was a blessing to have a difficult first year of marriage. It was a blessing.
I could say it was a blessing because God knows our hearts and He knows our future and He knows us as husband and wife and He knows where He's taking us. So He was preparing us, and not only preparing us, He's still preparing us for the future and where He's taking us into. I saw it very difficult. Like, God, why are you doing this? But I cannot take it anymore. It is so difficult. Why is it so difficult? But looking back at it, we are thankful. I am thankful that we went through it because it is to make us who God called us to be as a woman and a man of God. And I'm thankful for Jesus that He has given us grace, and I just thank God for allowing it to go the way that it went. Because if it didn't go through that way, maybe it would have been different. Maybe I would have left or something would have happened. But I thank God for keeping us as husband and wife, and we are looking at the future, what God has in store for us, even as we have our very own daughter. And even as she's there, she is a blessing to us, and not only to us, but to others. And we are thankful for each other and for our little family.
Okay, so bless God. Okay. So we have finally come to the end of the video, but before I come to as I'm at the end, I'm going to promote their business because they both has their own business. So Daya, you can introduce your business, and Daniel, you can go and ahead and introduce your business to my viewers.
Well, my little business is called Angel Treats. You can go and follow me on Instagram, Angel
_treats at 700.
Yes. I do cheesecakes, cookies, pies, etc. Just go follow me, guys.
Hi, I am a photographer. My Instagram handle is @Daniel4, but it's also called Faithy Photography. But my Twitter handle is @Faithy. So it's just Twitter and Instagram at the moment.
So great. So guys, when you guys are thinking about getting married or anything, holla at Chicken Cakes your photo. Okay. So with all that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell. Yes, subscribe please. Okay. So bye guys. Bye everybody.